So Karen, I've actually torn my meniscus. You know, I've had a knee problem,
Ah, see?
but only minor tear. So I'm
Okay,
just going to see a doctor in a week or so just to see if there's anything to do because people have
okay.
different ideas, don't they? So
Yeah, but there's,
it's getting
Jane, there's nothing to do, you can just live
I'm
with a
healing
torn,
now.
yes, with a torn meniscus. There's no need to operate and nothing,
No,
I don't have any
yeah,
meniscus, not on my left and on my right side, so I'm still here. Good. Then we
yeah, and
have,
they do say the operation can make it work or not make it weaker.
yes, and
So
then it takes so long to recover as well. Good. Then we make a start. Ciao Antonella.
Ciao cari,
Mutati, mettiti muta.
sì,
Good. Then we start sitting cross-legged and cross well your shin bones and make sure that your feet disappear under your knees. Then press firmly your sitting bones into your bricks or into your support, and then try to lift the whole of your spine up. Let the crown of your head extend up towards the ceiling so that you immediately feel the sides of your neck becoming longer. Then join your palms in front of you. Bring the base of your thumbs to touch the base of your sternum and the nails of your thumbs to touch the top of your sternum. So the nails come a little bit more back towards you and the rest of your fingers are pointing towards me. Then close your eyes. Feel your feet on the floor, release them. Sitting bones pressing down. The head of your femur bones, suck them into their sockets. And then extend your thighs towards the knees. And from your hips, lift up towards your armpit chest. Spread your clavicles. Spread as well the skin below your clavicles. And then take the top of your shoulder blades well in. Settle your body, settle your mind. Connect with your breath. And remember that your breath is always in the present moment. There's no future breath, no past breath. The breath is always in the present moment. Use the inhalations to lift your spine, to open your chest from the center out towards the sides. And coil the back of your armpits, coil them forward without pushing your lower ribs forward. You exhale, release any tension in your head, in your shoulders, in your lower back. Feel the right side of your body, the left side of your body. Feel that they are even. And silently chant the 3 Oms, and then we do them together. Keep your clavicles spreading, as well the skin just below your clavicles. Spread it. And with your next exhalation, lower your head. Take the base of your throat back, let your chin drop down. Then release your hands. And with your eyes closed, raise your head and then stay there. Make sure that your head goes back so that the back of your head, the occipital bone, is in line with your sacrum. Again, try to coil the back of your armpit chest forward, but the sides of your waist back. Eyes are dropping down. The head of your femur bones are sucking into the sockets so that your hips are compact. And the head of your humerus bones are sucking into the sockets as well, so that your shoulders are compact as well. And then your shoulders, your hips, all in one and the same line. And be aware of your own existence in this present moment. Your clavicles spreading and skin below your clavicles. Open your eyes and extend your legs. Then we're going to lie down in Supta Sukhasana. So take your bricks, push them away. Lie down first with your legs bent. And then always when you lie down, take your head, extend the occipital bone away from your shoulders. Then bend your elbows, place them onto the floor. Press your elbows down, the upper arms down, and draw your shoulders into the body. Feel the left shoulder blade pushing in, and then extend them down towards your hips. And then release down. And then after you've done this, you have to lift your hips, extend the skin, the flesh of your buttocks. And then cross your legs. Cross your legs, well, like you've just done, sitting up. Cross your legs, see if your feet can go under your knees. And then first have your arms out to the sides and close your eyes. Close your eyes and turn your palms, well, from inside out. So see that you have more weight onto the back of your thumb. Your tongue has to drop down. Your eyeballs are dropping down. Okay. The tip of your shoulders as well, let them drop down. and draw your eardrums in. And hold on to your elbows and take your arms over your head. Feel that your head is still in the center of your shoulders, that the back of your head is extending away from your shoulders, your arms extending away from your head, and the cross of your legs is resisting towards your trunk. And then breathe in and out, or imagine to breathe in and out through your groins. And with every exhalation, release that zone, the lower abdomen, your groins. Create space around the head of your femur bone. But the femur bones, they still have to suck into the sockets. And then you keep this compactness, and then you extend the inner thighs towards the inner knees. And the inner knees, they drop down towards the outer knees. And remember your hip bones, they lift up towards your chest. A little bit the same with your arms. The head of your humerus bones, they're sucking into the sockets. And then you extend from your elbows from your armpits towards the inner elbows. The inner elbows move towards the outer elbows. Your pubis is lifting up towards your navel. And the navel band is spreading and dropping down. Very gently change the cross of your legs and the cross of your arms. But cross well your shin bones and feel that the cross of your shin bones, your spine, your head, the cross of your arms is all on one and the same line. And again here, the head of your femur bones, suck them well into the sockets. Your hip bones, lift them up towards your chest. And then extend your thighs to the inner knees to outer knees. Your arms, see, can you extend them a little bit further away from your head? And then open your eyes, bend your legs, take your arms forward and extend your arms up towards the ceiling, but make sure that your shoulders are still on the floor because we automatically lift the shoulders. So make sure that the bones of your shoulders are touching the floor. Hook only your thumbs and pull one thumb away from the other. Then keep the navel bend, keep it moving down, and then take your arms over your head. And extend your arms, but your navel bend is moving down. And then slide your right foot along your mat, the left leg along the mat. So we're going to do Supta Urvastasana and Supta Tadasana with your thumbs hooked. You can close your eyes, spread all your toes from the big toes to the little toes, Extend your heels in one direction and your fingernails in the opposite direction. And the front of your thighs, drop them down towards your femur bones. Your femur bones, drop them down towards the floor. And from the back of your thighs, you have to turn from inside out. Your big toes, you don't have a wall there now, so the big toes are moving a little bit further forward than your heels. And the little toe side is coming a little bit more back towards your hips. Extend your inner heels, ego. Extend your inner heels. Yes. And your big toes, push them a little bit more away. Long, smooth inhalation. And when you exhale, extend in both directions. And take your arms back up. Change the interlock of your thumbs. Imagine a big weight onto your thighs and the navel band is moving back. And then one more time, take your arms back. Feel that your outer shin bones are compact. It's like when you do Tadasana standing up, only now you're lying down. So your shin bones are compact, your outer thighs are compact, your outer hips. Your outer shoulders as well. And your arms are completely straight. From your elbows, extend your forearms towards your wrists and from your elbows back towards the inner shoulders. And the center heels, press them down as well. Feel the difference, one side and the other. Inhale, spread your abdomen, the navel bend. Exhale, extend the feet in one direction and your hands in the opposite direction. And then take your arms back up, bend your legs, turn to one side, and then do Adho Mukha Virasana. Join your big toes, and then have a look that your big toes are really in the center of your pose. Spread your knees. Then you sit back first so that your shin bones are on the floor. And then pull your thighs towards you. Your quadriceps have to pull towards you, otherwise you put too much pain on your knees. Bring your hands forward and walk your hands forward, but keep pulling your thighs back. Keep pulling your thighs back. The inner thighs as well, from the inner knees towards your inner groins. And your quadriceps as well. And the outer thighs as well, from the outer knees, draw back towards your outer hips. Give weight to your hips, let them go back and down. Crampo. Keep your arms away from the floor. And let the skin that stretches along the lower back, let that widen and soften. And also lengthen. And then without disturbing that skin, see if you can make your arms more active. Start to deepen the cycles of breath and then start to awaken your body. And not only with the movements, as well with your breath. Feel your breath now more in the back of your body. The inner elbows, they have to move away from the floor, and then one towards the other. Inhale, come up. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then do look forward first. Look forward so you can see that your palms are pressing down. Then release your head and use the pressure on your hands to lift your trunk up. First, to lift it up towards the ceiling. Your outer hips as well, lift them up. And then like you've done in Supta Tadasana, take the front of your thighs back towards your femur bones and your femur bones back towards your hamstrings. And then walk forward, walk all the way forward, put your hands onto your hips and then come up. Look up towards the ceiling and then look straight ahead. Now you're going to do Supta Padangustasana. So have a belt and have a brick as well. Have a belt and have a brick, or two bricks. If you have the two bricks, you can put one to the right, one to the left. And first, I want you to make a little loop in your belt. Have a little loop in your belt. And then have your bricks, one to the right, one to the left. And first we're going to do Supta Padangustasana 1. You put your right foot into the belt and have the knuckle onto the outside of your little toe. And then you give yourself so much belt, you put your hands here, draw your arms over your head, extend well your arms, extend well your leg, look at your heel, the inner heel. I'm insisting on this because I always see my inner heel. So your inner heel has to move away, it has to move to the right. You only see your inner ankle bone and your outer ankle bone. Then keep your arms straight, keep your right leg straight, your head is heavy, your chest is light, and then slide your left leg along the floor. And keep extending that leg from your calf towards the heel. The more you extend from the calf to the heel, the more your thigh is dropping down to the floor. Take your foot a little bit to the right, Jane. And then keep breathing. Good. All of you have straight legs. No, Stefania, have you got a loop around the foot? Look at me, Stefania. So look at me. So you're not having your arms up. So you have a little loop around your foot so that you only have one piece of belt. And then you take it over your head. And then keep turning both feet from your big toes to the little toes, the soles of your feet. The more the inner heels move away, the left one to the left, the right one to the right, the more you're opening your inner knees. Push your right thigh away from your trunk. Actually, draw a line from the center heel towards your center buttock. And that center line of your right leg, you want to push it away. The one on the left, you want to push it down. And keep extending your calf. Yes, better. Keep breathing. Breathe into the back of your knee. And when you exhale, open from the center out towards the sides. Long, smooth inhalations, long, smooth exhalations. Then hold the belt a little bit higher and then lift your head. Take the belt around the right side of your neck. Take your brick you have there, stick it under your hip, and then you can take your right arm to hold the belt and take the leg out. If you reach your foot, you can reach your foot. Take the belt and leg out to the right, and with the left hand extend the belt away to the left. So thigh is resting onto your brick, your right thigh, so you feel more the inner thigh lengthen. Then with your right hand, or you hold the belt, or you hold your foot wherever you reach. But then don't forget about the left leg. Keep pushing your calf away. Let me see. Keep pushing your calf away so that your thigh is coming down. And you have got this nice support of the brick. Yes, pull the other arm straight, Roshin. Yes, and keep it on the floor. Stefania, you have not taken the belt around the neck because it's nice to pull the left hand so that you have another support there. So both arms are straight. So the belt is around the foot. Then you lift your head, take the belt around the right side of your neck into your left hand. And then you take your right leg out to the side and keep pulling with the left hand the belt. Keep extending the left calf towards the heel so the thigh moves down. And both soles of your feet from your big toes to the little toes. And the skin of your buttock, especially the right buttock, has to drop down from your waistline. It moves down. Pull both kneecaps up, both thigh muscles up. And then the right thigh is pushing away from your armpit and the left thigh is pushing down to the floor. And then your abdomen is turning. The lower part of your abdomen is turning from the right to the left. Open your eyes, take your leg back, remove your belt, and then take the leg straight down. And measure with the other leg. It has become longer. Then you take your left leg up, put the belt around the outer edge and the knuckle of the outer edge of the foot so you can pull that a little bit more. And then straighten the leg. Keep your right leg bent a moment. Keep your right leg bent so you release your hip. Then first extend your arms over your head. See where they can go. Extend, extend. Give yourself enough belt. Keep your left hip away from your armpit. Look at your inner heel. It's extending towards the left. And then slide your right heel along the floor. And first keep your attention onto your right calf. So really, how much can you extend it forward? Because the more you extend that forward, the more your thigh bone is dropping down. Yes, good. Both soles of your feet are turning, big toes to little toes, so the little toe side is coming more towards you. Your head is heavy, but your chest is light. sides of your neck, keep them long. And push your left thigh away from you. So really feel the left side of your trunk, that you're not shortening. Then open your eyes, lift your head, take the belt around the left side of your neck, extend it, extend your right arm. If your belt is too short, you can keep it bent. And then adjust your brick, it has to touch the outer thigh. And then take the leg towards the left. And close your eyes. And the brick is there to push your outer thigh forward so that you feel more the inner thigh lengthen. And then again, extend the right calf. Don't lift your left hip. The skin of your buttock has to drop down towards the right foot. And then feel as well if there's a big difference, one side and the other. Turn your abdomen, the skin of your abdomen from the left to the right. The diaphragm, the skin of your diaphragm from the left to the right. And your armpit chest from the left to the right. Both of your clavicles are spreading. And your left shoulder blade is moving more into the body. Actually, the right shoulder blade is moving more into the body. The left is already. Open your eyes, take your legs up, and then one more time, change. First take the legs straight down, see if they're both same length. And then first bend your left leg to release your outer hip, and then take your right leg up. And first we're going to do Supta Padangustasana 1. Again, take your belt over your head. No, the bricks you can keep them there. Take your arms over your head. Push your thigh back. And then very gently extend the left heel along the floor. Turn well the skin of the soles of your feet. This time lift your head, take the belt around the left side of your neck, and extend your right arm to the right. Then you're holding the belt high up, or you can stick your fingers into the circle here, wherever you reach. And then exhale, take your leg towards the left, listen, towards the left. The left foot is turning onto the outer foot, and the right leg, the right foot can go to the floor, in line with your shoulder, and keep extending your right arm away. See if you can keep the bottom leg straight. So you're turning the left foot as well onto the outer edge of the foot, so the little toe, the outer heel are down. But you have to keep that leg straight. Yes, against the ball, the sofa is good, but you can take it to the floor, Antonella. Take it to the floor. And Roshin, take it a little bit. Yes, you're fine there, Igor. But Roshin, take it a little bit more towards your shoulder. You are killing yourself, Stefania. The leg has to go to the left. Yes. But take it around. And now I'm confused. Take the belt. So The right foot is up. And then you take the belt around the left side of your neck without killing you. And then extend your right arm to the right with the belt. And then take your leg and bring it to the left. Turn the left foot onto the floor. And then see, can you bring your foot onto the floor in line with your shoulder. And then imagine me pulling your outer right hip away from your armpit. And turn the skin of your navel. Listen, now the skin underneath your navel moves from the right to the left. And the skin above your navel turns from the left to the right. And your outer right hip extended away from your shoulder, from your arm. And then exhale, come back up. Oops. Release the belt. Take the leg down. See if it has become a little bit more longer. And then take your left leg up. First, Supta Padangusthasana 1. First, extend your arms over your head. Have a center line in your mind from the heel towards your sitting bone. First, you press that line away from you. And then you spread from that line everything out towards the sides. Then lift your head, take your belt around the right side of your neck and extend the left arm. Extend the left arm. And then take your left leg to the right. Turn your right foot. Turn it onto the outer edge of your foot. And then take your leg down. Even if you collapse a little bit, it doesn't matter for today. So bring the foot up towards your shoulder. And then push your left hip away. Keep your right calf extending towards the heel. Keep breathing. Yes. Even to the floor you can bring it, Stefania. Bring the foot to the floor. It doesn't matter if you collapse a little bit. Feel your left outer hip moving away from your armpit. Next exhalation, come back up. First, bring the legs straight down again. Hopefully they're both the same length. And then bend both legs to the floor. Then interlock your fingers. Have your bricks very close towards your hips, the two bricks. Interlock your fingers and take your hands under your head. Spread well your elbows so that the top of your chest is spread and your sternum is spread. And then first extend the left leg along the floor and extend the heel away. Push your thigh down. Then extend your right leg along the floor. Keep your feet together, big toes touching. And then the left heel is extending away. And now with your next exhalation, raise your right leg up. And extend the arch of your foot up. The left thigh is moving down. Extend your elbows away from each other. See if you can take your foot a little bit closer towards your face, still straight. And then exhale, take the leg towards your right. You can place it onto your brick, so you're not collapsing towards the right. Both of the feet have to turn, the soles of your feet from your big toes to the little toes. From your armpits, extend towards your elbows and make your head heavy. Left thigh down. Extend the left heel away. Exhale, take the leg up. And then with your next exhalation, take it all the way down. Lift your head, change the interlock of your fingers. And extend the right heel away from the right buttock. Exhale, raise your left leg up. And feel how the top of your thigh is coming up, at least mine is. So push it down again. Stay there. Spread the soles of your feet. All the 10 toes spread, and there's a space between each toe. Clavicles spreading, the skin underneath your clavicles. Keep that spreading as well. And see, can you bring your foot a little bit closer towards you? And then out towards the left, so it rests onto the brick. And the abdomen is turning from the left to the right. And then exhale, come back up and take the leg down. Then release your hands, remove your bricks, and then one more time turn to your right side, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just go straight into the dog pose. Place your hands down, tuck your toes under Adho Mukha Svanasana. And release your head. Remember that your arms are moving away from the floor, and then they're moving towards your hands. And your hands are pushing down to lift your trunk up. Then keep your trunk up and push your thighs back from the root of your thighs. Well done. Keep your inner heels a little bit more away from each other, Igor. And use your breath there in the pose. See that your arms and legs are long and strong without irritating the breath, without irritating the nervous system. Just stay centered and clear. And now walk your hands back, have your feet as wide as your mat. Fingertips underneath your shoulders. If you reach, if you don't reach, bring your hands onto your shin bones. And then look along the floor. Look along the floor. The upper arms, move them away from you. The upper thighs as well, move them away from you. And your hip bones, lift them up. Big toes down, the center heels are pressing down. And then hold on to your elbows and release down. Release the back of your head. Lift the front of your thighs, lift them up. Look at your knees, lift them up. Your elbows, move them away from your head. And your sacrum bend, move it more closer towards your legs. And then feel the back of your thighs, where your buttocks finish and the thighs are starting, that the skin there is turning from inside out. Change the hold of your arms. And with every exhalation, let your arms drop further down. Keep spreading your navel bend. Then release your hands, look along the floor, bring your hands onto your hips, press your big toes down, inhale, and then come all the way up. Look up towards the ceiling, and then look straight ahead. and close your legs. Now we're going to do Prasarita Padottanasana. So have your both bricks, you need the bricks in front of you. And then stand in the middle of your mat. Everything is black here. They even have black blankets. Press your big toes down, spread all the other toes, and then extend your arms down. Don't have my big screen, so I have to come and see better. So big toes are touching. If you cannot touch your inner heels, it's more important to keep your big toes touching. The inner heels, I mean the inner ankle bones, not the inner heels. The inner heels are not touching. And extend your arms up, down. Extend your trunk up. Crown of your head is facing the ceiling. Then you inhale, spread your arms from your armpits towards your fingertips. Take your hands forward, bend your legs, jump or step your legs apart. And then bring your hands onto your hips with your elbows moving back and down. Imagine a little weight in your elbows. With your thumbs, extend the skin of your buttocks down and your armpits away from your outer hips. Your thighs are resisting back, your outer feet are resisting back from the little toe towards your outer heel. Then inhale, look up. Still with your thumbs, extend the skin of your buttocks down. Only your head is looking up. Your clavicles are spreading. The skin underneath your clavicles is spreading. And then with your next exhalation, come forward. Place your hands onto the bricks, second high. Have your bricks the second high. And then first look along the floor. Have your bricks outside of your mat. The outer feet have to press down and the inner thighs pull them up and then resist them away from each other. Feel your hip bones, that they're not moving towards your thighs, that they're moving towards your chest. And then extend your arms forward. Extend your arms forward as much as you can without bringing your buttocks forward. Look at the floor first. Ears in line with your shoulders. Keep your arms away from the floor. The inner arms are lifting. The outer arms are moving down. The biceps are moving back towards your inner shoulders. Feel the top of your thighs. Pull them up and push them back. Your navel band is spreading and it's lifting up towards your spine. Then lift your head, walk your bricks back. Then turn your left foot well in. Move towards your right and turn your right foot out. Keep your bricks near your inner and outer ankle bones and look forward with a concave spine like we've done in Uttanasana before. Press well your right big toe down, the inner right heel down, so that the outer right ankle bone is moving away from the floor. Push your left thigh back. Watch your right hip. Don't let it drop. Lift it up and then resist it towards the left. Keep looking forward. Take your right hand onto your sacrum and then watch your right hip. Don't let it come forward again. Keep it high up and back. Then, if you can, put the left hand onto the brick behind the foot, if you can. Otherwise, you keep it where it is. And then you only turn your chest. Turn your chest. Turn the right shoulder in line with the left shoulder. Keep your right hip moving back. Lift bottom sternum to top sternum. And then see, can you raise your right arm up for Parivrita Trikonasana? Yes, beautiful. Alza il braccio destro, Stefania. And keep your right leg, Stefania, keep it straight. And don't shorten the right side of your trunk. Keep it long. It's like the same when we were lying down. Then Exhale, come back down. Put your hands onto your bricks. Look along the floor first. Feel that your hips are compact and in line. And then walk your hands forward again. Turn your feet forward. Look at your big toes. Make sure that they are in line. And then first extend forward again. The front of your body, the back of your body, they have to have both the same length. The inner thighs, lift them up. And then feel the weight onto your feet. It has to be the same. So that you extend the legs simultaneously up. Then look forward, walk your bricks back. Then turn your right foot well in, lift the heel, turn it out, and then walk towards the left. And then look at your foot, the inner heel. You don't want to see the inner heel. The outer ankle bone is lifting. Then look along the floor so that your spine is concave. Lift your left hip, the outer hip, lift it up. Your calves have to extend into your heels. Then take your left hand onto your sacrum, but keep your left hip away. If you can, swap the arm onto the other brick, otherwise keep it there. And then turn the left shoulder above your right shoulder. Keep your left hip back, armpit, chest, foot. Ears in line with your shoulders, and then you raise the top arm up. Parivrtta Trikonasana, and keep extending your calves into your heels. It's the calves that gives you that give you the balance. And exhale, come back down. Look forward first with a concave spine. And then walk forward again. Walk forward, turn your feet towards me. Look at your toes and turn your heels a little bit more out. And then one more time, extend forward as much as you can. And then leave your bricks where they are and go and hold onto your outer ankle bones, onto your shin bones, wherever you reach, and release your head. Sides of your neck are long and they're extending towards the tip of your shoulders. The head is down, the trunk is down, but your shoulders are lifting up towards your hips. And then lift your head, place your hands down, join your heels, join your toes, and then come up. Then I want you to sit in Dandasana. Come a little bit closer, I think. Have your bricks, because the work of the arms is so important. So sit in Dandasana, have your bricks. And I want you to have your, so when my arms are very long, so if I put them on my bricks, my shoulders are coming up. But I want you to sit in Dandasana. I'll show you first. You join your feet, you spread the soles of your feet, and then you inhale, press your hands, lift your buttocks 2 centimeters off the floor. Take your shoulders away from your, oh, my shoulder blades are moving back. Take your shoulders away from your ears and the shoulder blades in. So don't lean back. So just come forward. Let me see. And the arms have to be perpendicular. So if they're a little bent when you're sitting there, it's fine. So first let me see. Inhale, exhale. Jane, you have to come forward with your shoulder blades. Yes. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Press your heels, not so much, just a little bit, 1 or 2 centimeters off the floor. Extend your heels. Then take your shoulders away from your ears. And roll your biceps from inside out. Lift your chin, Stefania, lift your chin. Then come back down. We're going to do one more time, and then we're going to stay 1 minute. So if you want, you can take your feet a little bit apart, but really push your shoulder blades in. So one more time. Inhale, exhale, come up. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Now you shoulder blade well in, Roshi. Me as well, shoulder blades well in. Keep the soles of your feet spread, and then just look straight ahead. Turn your biceps from inside out. Pull your inner thighs towards you. Your buttock bones, they want to move away from each other. And the head of your humerus bones, they're sucking into their sockets. And then the upper arms are turning from inside out. Come back down, if you have not done so already. Now we do one more, but for this one you have to come on all fours, like you do Adho Mukha Svanasana, but this time have your shoulders exactly above your wrists so that your arms are perpendicular. And then look at my hips. You really have to tuck your pelvis in. So don't stay like this. Really tuck, exaggerate, tuck your pelvis in. Tuck your toes in as well. And then don't drop your head. Have your ears in line with your shoulders. And then lift your knees off the floor. 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters. Press your palms down. Turn your upper arms from inside out. And take your shoulders away from your ears. That helps to stabilize the core muscles. And then keep your inner environment calm. Then come down with one more time. So the arms are perpendicular. Tuck your toes and really tuck your pelvis as much as you can. Tuck it so that your coccyx is moving down and you feel the skin of your pelvis, of your lower back extend. Arms perpendicular, and then inhale, exhale, lift your knees. Shoulders away from your ears in line with your shoulders. Keep tucking your pelvis. Pull your pubis towards your navel. The upper arms, turn them from inside out. The inner thigh, pull them up from the knees towards your groins. And then come back down. Adho Mukha Virasana. Big toes touching, knees apart, and extend in Adho Mukha Virasana. Raise your head, walk your hands back. You're going to need again the 2 bricks now. Take them here. And then come up kneeling. And then you take your right leg forward. So if you need a blanket under your knee, but really it's more your calf which is extending towards the heel and the shin bone which is extending down. So the left shin bone is down, the top of your left foot is pressing down. And when you exhale, see if you can come up with your trunk. So press well your right big toe down and the left shin bone down. And your right hip, see if you can lift it away from your thigh. Head, back, crown of your head is facing the ceiling. And then raise your left arm up, extend it up. So from the outer left knee towards your fingertips, extend. And turn a little bit towards the right. Keep the abdomen back, keep your navel bent back. Then bend your left elbow and come down. Can you place it behind the knee? Place it behind the right knee. Get the brick and see if you can extend your hand onto the brick. Your right thumb is pushing your thigh down because you don't want to lift that thigh up anymore. So push with your thumb the thigh down. See if you can turn your navel a little bit more. Then tuck the left toes in. And when you exhale, when you lift the left leg, don't lift your hips up. Press your thumb down and then extend very gently, extend the left leg without coming up with your hips. The inner knee lifted up. Turn, which is the right shoulder above the left, and then just take the arm only up towards the ceiling. Keep your head back, keep your head back, take your arm further back, the right arm, take it further back, and the inner left knee lifted up. If you can, look up towards your right thumb. And the knee is resisting against the arm. Exhale, elegantly come down. Bend the leg. Take your right leg back. And then take your left leg forward. Because it's easier to do it from down than from doing from up. Then inhale, come up, put your hands onto your hips. And again here with your thumbs, extend the skin of your buttocks down. The inner left knee is resisting towards the outer knee. Lift your right arm up, extend, extend, extend. Turn towards the left, but keep extending. Bend your right elbow and bring it behind the knee. And then if you can, the hand on the brick, low or high. But then turn your abdomen first. Turn your abdomen more. Keep your head back. The left thumb, push it into your thigh. Turn the abdomen more. And then tuck your right toes under. And when you exhale, extend the leg without lifting the left thigh. And extend the inner heel. See, can you extend more the inner heel? And then if you can, raise your left arm up. And the left arm has to go back. Yes, good. Keep the back leg straight, Igor. Good, well done. You're all better than me. Lift the inner knee up, lift the inner knee up from the back leg. And then exhale, come back down. Move your bricks one more time, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From your wrists towards your hips, one straight line. Lift from the root of your thighs, lift up and from there push back. Then look forward, step your right leg forward in between your hands, but keep your left palm down this time. Keep the leg bent, take your right hand onto your sacrum, this is the easier version. Keep extending from your inner groin towards the inner heel, come more down with your right thigh, take your right shoulder back, 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 and then extend the top arm up. So extending the arm, so you're spreading your chest, you're spreading your clavicles. And then look up. Keep extending from the left groin towards the left inner heel. And the right knee is resisting from the inner knee to the outer knee. Exhale, come back down, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push from the root of your thighs back. Then step forward with your left foot. Keep your right hand onto the floor. Take your left hand onto your sacrum, but have your mind into the back leg. Extend your calf towards the heel. Left shoulder over your right shoulder. The right upper arm has to turn from inside out, and then take the top arm up. And if you can, look up towards your thumb. And keep your mind more into the back leg. Good, beautiful. And then exhale, come back down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then walk forward, have your feet hip width. And then release your trunk down. Uttanasana. And then see how your inner knees are going further back. So keep them pulling up. And the outer knees, can you take them a little bit more back? Then bring your hands onto your sacrum. So you can pull your sacrum more towards your head. And then interlock only your thumbs and extend your arms first up towards the ceiling so that your shoulders are moving away from the floor. The base of your throat is broad, it's moving back. Push your big toes down. And when you exhale, take your arms towards your head. And take your arms back. Change the interlock of your thumbs. Keep pulling one thumb away from the other. First, extend your fingers towards the ceiling. So your clavicles are spreading, your shoulders are moving away, your biceps are turning from inside out. And then take your arms over. And then release your arms. Put your hands onto your hips. Press your big toes down. Inhale, come up. Come all the way up. Look up towards the ceiling. And then look straight ahead. And then turn towards me. Sit on your brick. And then extend your legs towards me for Dandasana. Then bend your legs a little bit and take your left leg underneath the right so that the left heel is touching the brick and the left foot is pointing towards the right. And the left knee has come a little bit towards the center. And then you take your right leg over. And ideally, if you can, if you don't have any knee issues, the toes are in line with the knee and they're pointing forward. Hold onto your shin bone and lift up. Hold well onto your shin bone, pull it towards you and use it to lift up your spine. Sides of your neck are long. Press your sitting bones down. The right sitting bone, don't lean like this. The right sitting bone has to come down as well. Press your right big toe down so you feel the outer hip compact. And then raise your left arm up. With your right hand, you can keep your thigh towards you. Lift your arm so you feel the nice length here on the left side of your trunk. turn towards the right, turn the abdomen from the left to the right, and then bend your elbow and take it down. And then press, look at your elbow. Press the elbow against the knee, so your knees and your shoulder are in line. With your right hand, turn the abdomen a little bit more, and then take the other hand back behind you. If you don't reach the floor, forgot to mention you have the brick there. And then first look towards the right wall. See, can you take your right arm so much back so that your shoulders are in line? Close your eyes. Both of your sitting bones are pressing down. When you inhale, lift up. Imagine someone from the crown of your head pulling you up. And then when you exhale, turn your trunk from the left to the right. And if you can, turn your head with your eyes closed as well. And keep breathing. Tip of your right shoulder has to move back as much as you can. You inhale, you lift up. Your left elbows are resisting against the knee, so you can feel the muscles at the back, the latissimi dorsali, how they are coming into your shoulder. And with every exhalation, turn some more. And then open your eyes. Come back to the center. Extend your legs forward. Spread your toes. And then bend your legs again. Take your right leg in. Roshan, if you cannot turn that much, then you just do a slight turn, or you don't turn at all. So the knees coming to the center. Your right foot is pointing towards the left. And then you take your left leg over. And don't lean like this. Bring well your sitting bone down. Your outer left hip, bring it down. Then hold onto your shin bone to lift up. As well here, the head of your, don't let them hang. The head of your humerus bones have to suck into their sockets. And with your left hand, keep your left thigh there. Extend your right arm up. Turn towards the left. Turn the skin of your abdomen towards the left. Extend up more, shoulder blade in, and then bend the elbow and bring it behind the knee. And then the left arm, bring it all the way behind you as far as you can, so that your shoulders are in line. Your ears in line with your shoulders. Lift bottom sternum to top sternum, and then close your eyes. Use the back hand as well to lift your spine up, to keep your trunk perpendicular, that you're not leaning back, that you're not leaning forward. Then you can close your eyes. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, turn. Good. Press your left sitting bone more down, Stefania. Long, smooth inhalations to lift up. Long, smooth exhalations to turn. And then exhale, come back forward and release your legs in Dandasana. Now we are going to do Setu Bandha, and with the two bricks, this is black, I don't know if you can see that yet, but I can put it here. So one brick is flat, this is flat. Yeah, you can see. This is flat, and you put your 7th cervical on there. The head goes back onto the floor. And the other brick is tall and comes under your sacrum. And then keep your feet, don't have your feet perpendicular, keep your feet walking forward so that your shin bones are perpendicular, diagonally. And then your arms, keep them out to the sides. And then you have to push well your big toes down and close your eyes. Good. So that the first brick is pushing your cervical spine in, and as well it's pushing it away from your neck. All of them, Stefania's right, now Stefania's right, and all the others, take your arms up like when someone is pointing a gun towards you. Keep your elbows bent and take them down to the floor. So you're broad in your chest. Long, smooth inhalations, long, smooth exhalations. Press well your calves into your heels. Then you can project more weight onto your shoulders, even though your shoulders are not on the floor. Long, smooth inhalations, long, smooth exhalations. Then bring your hands back towards your hips, turn your palms down, bring your feet a little bit back so that your heels are under your knees, and then inhale, exhale, lift your hips up and stay there. Extend the skin of your buttocks towards your knees, and then bring your hips back onto your brick. One more time. Inhale, press down, exhale, lift your hips. Stand the skin of your buttocks towards your knees, your pubis towards your navel, and then bring your buttocks onto the brick again. And then inhale, lift up. This time remove your brick and then come all the way down. But keep the other brick there. Keep it under your cervical spine. And then take your arms, all of you, take your arms over your head, release. And then join your feet for Baddha Konasana. And then close your knees, turn towards your right side. Stay there a moment. And when you're ready, you come up and prepare yourself for Shavasana. So make sure that you're warm enough. And allow the whole of your body there to rest, to move down towards the floor. Your bones, your muscles, the skin. Your big toes are dropping out towards the little toes. Your arms, feel them equidistant from your trunk. And first take few long, deep inhalations, like 3, 4, and then go back to normal breathing. And then allow the accumulation of your own work, of your own approach, your own movement, orientate you and guide you into your Shavasana state. Just feel your own unique experience and open up to that. Completely relax your body, the bones, the muscles, skin, and then give space and a settling feeling to the organs of your abdomen. Completely let go. Floor is there, Mother Earth, to hold you up. With your eyes closed, look towards your sternum, gaze towards your heart. And then mentally follow the flow of your breath. Of your normal inhalations, normal exhalations. Feel the breath inside of you, moving from the bottom of your spine up towards the crown of your head. Then very gently make your exhalations longer. Move your toes, move your fingers. Bend your legs. And when you bend your legs, make sure that your heels are pointing straight back, your toes are pointing straight forward, and as well that you have weight onto your inner feet. Just make it a habit. And take your right arm over your head. And with your eyes closed, very gently turn towards your right side.